Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us, Interior Wellness Festival and Conference 2016. I am so excited that I have Nicole Aracki here today joining us to talk about her journey and the workshops that she'll be offering at the conference. So welcome, Nicole.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So you are a yoga teacher, but you're more than just a yoga teacher. It sounds like you've got some other workshops going on, but I'd love to start with learning a little bit about you and your journey to where you are now. So tell us some things about yourself and some things that have influenced you.
Let's see. I've been practicing spirituality for as long as I can remember. I've been practicing yoga for about 15 years and teaching for almost 5. It'll be 5 in February, so we're getting there. Well, 4.5 years, I guess. I decided to become a yoga teacher because I realized it was the only thing that had held my interest for the decade that I'd been through. And after I had my children, it was something that I rely on. It was a predictable practice, and it was something that brought me a lot of peace because I was going through quite a difficult time after my children were born. Quite a bit of anxiety trying to be the perfect mother and all the rest of that. So going to yoga teacher training was the best thing I could have done for myself. And as a teacher, I love sharing that peace and that connection with others and guiding people to that light within them. It brings me a lot of joy to provide it. So
That's definitely true. And I've heard that from a lot of people who've gone through yoga teacher training about how it's a transformational experience for them personally and helps them a lot.
Absolutely.
So you're going to be teaching a yoga session, a yoga workshop at the conference. Can you tell us the name of it and what it's about?
So I'll be teaching a restorative yoga class. I should probably be calling it a deluxe restorative class because I'll be going around and doing a lot of hands-on assists in the class. I took a restorative bodywork training a couple of months ago, and when you go to these workshops, you tend to be the one who gets worked on, and then you also work with other people or work on other people. And so you also go through a transformation in itself. And the restorative body work is so subtle, but so incredibly effective. I had a lot of things come up and come out, and I felt so different in my body and my mind when I was done. So yes, restorative yoga done with lots and lots of props, prop you up. So we bring the floor up to you. You rest in poses for between 5 and 10 minutes. And the idea is just to reset your nervous system and allow you to completely relax and let go. So it's quite a
wonderful.
blissful.
I'm going to be signing up for that for sure. It sounds like a blissful experience. Some of my favorite yoga classes to attend are those ones where I get a little bit of that touch or some hands-on work, and the relaxation is so important.
Yes, it is.
So that's one of the workshops that you're going to be offering, and you're teaching that. And I think that a yoga class is wonderful because it's like going for a full 1-hour massage or some kind of body work, only you got to do that yourself. Now, another class you're going to be teaching is Live as You Wish to Die. And this is pretty special to you, I think.
Live as You Wish to Die is very special to me. In 2014, I watched my mom pass away from cancer. And the gifts that I received as she was leading up to passing over, and when she finally did, it just got me thinking about so many things. She wasn't afraid when she passed. She told me many times that she was not afraid to die. And I've never been afraid of death either, but to hear her say that, it was, again, transformational for me. And after she passed, I wrote her eulogy. And so I was thinking about her life and what she was like. And I started connecting the dots that she was a gentle and kind person. She did not like confrontation. She liked things to be easy, which, she often was chastised for. But she died without a struggle. She died with peace and calm and no fear. And so the workshop will be going off of those thoughts that I had. And we'll be talking a lot about how you feel from day to day, how you conduct your life, and how you talk to others, how you treat others, and also how you talk to yourself. So what is that little voice saying in your mind, running around all day? And has it gotten to the point where you're ignoring it? What's really being said there? And so, really going right down into the core and saying, like facing up to it and saying, okay, well, I'm ready to take control now. I'm ready to change the way that I behave in the world and how I talk to myself. How can I lead with peace and love and joy? And how can I share that with others? So we'll be going in that kind of direction.
That sounds absolutely.
1 hour is not going to be enough.
No, it sounds like the people who take this 1 hour workshop will want to do more with you for sure. I liked what you mentioned about control. The only thing we really have control of is our thoughts and our mind. Yeah. Can you speak a little bit more about what are the tools that somebody would use in your workshop to look into their own thoughts?
One big thing that I often say in my yoga classes is to notice what's happening inside, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, and meet up with it and just take a look at it and see if you can accept it, and see if you can accept it maybe even as if it were somebody else's. Like if you saw somebody else treating themselves the way that you are treating yourself, or the things that are coming up, if you're feeling sadness or anxiety or whatever, anger, if you saw somebody else going through those emotions, what would you say to them? And that you should treat yourself with as much care as you do for others, because we do care deeply for others.
It's so true. We do. And it sounds actually like your 2 workshops would both be wonderful to take, because that restorative yoga it's really giving a gift to yourself and taking deep care. And then this looking into your thoughts and your life and living as you wish to die is, again, taking deeper care of yourself.
Absolutely.
So we come together for this festival and conference, and it is a magical journey for people. They're taking workshops and taking things in. What's your thought on a retreat weekend or a conference like the one that we're doing, and how people can benefit by diving into workshops at an event such as this?
I think it's such a great opportunity to go to conference. You are able to take all of these different types of workshops and classes that, would you even take all of those things over the course of a year? Who knows, right? So it's an awesome opportunity to take a little bit of yoga and then, come and do a workshop where you're going a little bit deeper into how you think or how you feel, traveling around the marketplace and just seeing what's out there. And a gathering of souls, a gathering of these like-minded people that, as spiritual people, we all tend to kind of hide out sometimes, so it's nice for us to be able to get together and you'll probably see people, and
it's so neat. True. Once a year, we get to come out of the spiritual closets and join together and say, we do care about what we think. We do care about our bodies and our minds and our hearts and our souls and our relationships. And we come together to connect and celebrate it.
And we're lucky. We're lucky to have such a great experience in that too, right here in Kamloops.
Yeah, it's amazing.
People go all over the world.
Yeah, they do. They go all over the world. And we have so much right here in this community. So it's pretty amazing. I'm curious, another couple questions for you. What is your favorite thing about teaching?
Honestly, my favorite thing about teaching is that it's very humbling for me. That as soon as in order for me to teach effectively, I have to step out of the way. I have to take my ego and my personality and mostly set it aside and allow the energy of the universe to come through me. And that for me is, like I said, a deeply, deeply humbling experience. So that's my favorite thing.
Thank you. Well, we're very lucky to have you joining us as one of our speakers in the conference. And let's leave our audience with a few things that you do on a regular basis. Maybe it's part of your daily routine or whatever that you do to take care of yourself.
Let's see. I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning and I roll over to my altar. I light a candle and I meditate. Sometimes it's not the tidiest meditation. Sometimes I'm just feeling whatever's coming up, feeling my anxieties or thoughts or, physical aches and pains, whatever it is, I just allow it to come through. Probably every other day I go for a run in the morning. Usually I like to go running out in the trails and be out in nature, run with my dog and, get that physical energy out. And then I usually teach quite a bit. So I'm usually teaching 5 days a week. I teach about 12 classes a week. So it's a lot. So I try to take care of myself by eating well. I try to eat lots of greens and smoothies and, I don't eat meat, so I avoid meat and dairy and, try to take care of the temple, as they say.
Those are really good reminders. Thank you. I think that the people watching will enjoy being reminded to implement that in your life. I liked what you said about meditation. It doesn't have to be tidy. So it's just making the space to just sit and breathe and reconnect with who you are, even if it's thoughts. It doesn't matter. It's just untidy meditation. I love that.
Well, and something happens too when you kind of feel what's going on that morning. It goes away. It's like a small child just looking to be recognized, just looking to be heard. Maybe it's even that little Nicole inside who's just wanting to have a voice that day, and that's okay. I just need to listen to her.
That's so true. It's something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, and something I heard was, don't try to feel better, try to get better at feeling. And if I'm ever struggling with emotions or feelings, I just let them come, and it's easier. It's a lot easier than pushing against them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a big taking care of ourselves thing, is accepting how we're feeling. And you can learn that through yoga practice, especially restorative, when you're laying on the ground or in some position that you're just being with. There's no movement. Or in a meditation practice, or I imagine also in the workshop you're going to be presenting, is a lot of self-acceptance.
It's where you got to start. It's where everything starts, within the self, right?
Yeah, it's so true. So let's wrap up. I am so thrilled that I got to speak with you today, and I'm really looking forward to spending more time with you at the conference.
I'm looking forward to spending more time with you as well, and to all you listeners out there as well.
So thank you so much to Nicole, and you can catch her workshops at the conference. Check it out at interiorwellness.com, and all the links are below for her workshop as well, so you can read more about it and find out how you can sign up. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.